Is Deontay Wilder an all-time great heavyweight? It's obvious to see that he may have one of the heaviest right hands in the history of boxing and has been compared to the likes of Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and Ernie Shavers as far as comparing punching power. And when you just look at the numbers, Wilder has knocked out every opponent he has defeated and has a 97% knockout ratio, which is the highest in heavyweight boxing history. With these stats alone, Deontay Wilder should be in the conversation of all-time great heavyweights, right? But let's go ahead and take a deeper dive into the career of Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder.
Bomb Squad!
Deontay Wilder had a late start in boxing, starting at the age of 20 to provide for his daughter who had the rare condition of spina bifida. He would go on to accrue a 30-5 amateur record and win a bronze medal at the 2008 Olympics in only 3 years' time.
And it was like, do you ever remember Deontay Wilder in the amateurs? I said, man, he came out of nowhere cracking people.
And at the age of 23 in 2008, he would begin his pro career. Wilder would go on to knock out his first 32 opponents, with 18 of those being in the first round, and one of those first round knockout wins being over his current trainer, Malik Scott. Definitely a very questionable knockout, as it seemed Malik Scott took a dive and wasn't even hit with the punch. It really seemed like he was just there for a payday, but that's none of my business though. Wilder would finally meet some resistance when he fought Bermane Stiverne for the WBC title in his 33rd fight. But I definitely feel this is where boxing fans and analysts give Wilder the most slack as far as his resume goes.
It's a resume that, you know, it's not up to scratch, is the best way to say it.
Before the Bermane Stiverne fight, he was ranked number 1 by the WBC, but didn't fight any of the top 40 boxers ranked by the WBC. In his 27th fight, he fought a 15-8 Matthew Greer, and in his 32nd fight, he fought Jason Gavern with a 25-16-4 record. I can go on and on about how questionable Wilder's resume is, but like I always say, I digress. But Wilder would go on to defend his WBC title 10 times, fighting better competition, but still not the creme de la creme or cream of the crop, beating the likes of Artur Spilka, Chris Arreola, Gerald Washington, having a rematch with Stiverne and putting his lights out in the first. And in his 40th fight was probably his biggest step up, fighting the skilled Cuban Luis Ortiz, stopping him in the 10th with his signature right hand. Following that fight, he would go on to fight Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. They would battle it out to a very questionable draw, as Fury would outbox Wilder most of the fight, but was knocked down twice and recovered like the Undertaker in the 12th. Wilder would then go on to knock out Dominic Breazeale, as well as Luis Ortiz in the rematch. But this is where Wilder's career is at currently, losing 4 of his last 5 fights, eventually rematching Tyson Fury and being destroyed throughout the fight and stopped in the 7th. Even with the allegations from Wilder saying that Tyson Fury was cheating and Wilder saying his suit was too heavy, they would go on to a trilogy. And honestly, one of the best endings to a trilogy I've seen live, where Wilder was dropped in the 3rd and it was looking like it was going to be a repeat of the 2nd fight, but Wilder would show his heart and knock down Fury twice in the 4th. But Fury also showed his Undertaker abilities once again, getting up and dropping Wilder in the 10th and finishing him in the 11th. I feel that those last 2 fights with Fury really took a lot out of him physically as well as mentally, even though he was able to make a quick comeback and make quick work of Robert Helenius, getting him out of there in the 1st. But then he was really outboxed and punished by Joseph Parker over a 12-round lopsided unanimous decision loss. And with most recent fight, he was starched in the 5th by Zhilei Zhang. And at the time of shooting this video, June 8th, 2024, it is unknown if Deontay Wilder is going to retire or not. But now back to the question of, is Deontay Wilder an all-time great? When you really look at his resume, I feel the same way Teddy Atlas feels as far as the competition that he has fought.
A lot of mailmen and milkmen on that list, you know, and bakers.
And when he did finally step up to fight the elites, he really came out with a record of 0-4-1. But when it really comes down to it, I really feel Wilder fulfilled his dreams as far as being able to take care of his daughter, as well as his 8 kids.
He had an opportunity, he made the most of it. He's fulfilled dreams. As I said, he's taken care of his family. What's sad about that? Like I said, everything comes to an end.
And I feel his legacy will be his warrior spirit, as well as that crazy right hand, But you guys go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Wilder, if he's an all-time great, how you feel about his resume and just his overall career. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time.